gente, aqui é a Thaís e bem-vindos a mais um vídeo do canal. Hoje a gente vai continuar jogando gente Inquisition e, bom, lembra? Bom, na verdade tem muitas coisas que eu preciso falar. Primeiro, vocês estão vendo aqui uma diferença, né? Desde o último vídeo que eu gravei, se foi muito tempo. Então eu pintei o cabelo, começou a faculdade e tudo mais. Pois é, fone novo também, apesar de que fone novo eu já falei. Vocês estão vendo, na verdade, uma versão não, vamos dizer, correta do meu cabelo, porque, não sei se vocês sabem, mas tintas fantasia, que são essas coloridas assim, elas desbotam bem rapidinho, mais ou menos, depende da cor. O meu verde desbotava muito rápido, esse aqui desbota menos, mas olha só, que engraçado, se vocês verem, ele parece tipo, a cor dele é magenta, tá? Ele é tipo um roxo meio avermelhado, né? Mas vocês verem bem aqui na pontinha, ele tá até quase lilás. Por quê? Porque é onde tinha o verde de antes. Aí ele fica com uma cor diferente, por causa que é uma cor por cima da outra, né? Mas é isso. Não era muito relevante. Mas bom, do último vídeo que vocês viram, lá no finalzinho eu falei, já deu de conversar, vou conversar com as outras pessoas sozinhas. Aí tá, desliguei a câmera, guardei tudo, fui jogar um pouquinho sozinha, né, pra falar com as pessoas. E aconteceu muita coisa. Então acho que a mais importante é essa da missão que a gente vai fazer hoje agora. O Blackwall simplesmente sumiu. Falei que eu nunca tinha gostado dele, né? Ele sumiu e agora a gente vai ter que ir atrás dele. Então, eu vou ver se eu deixo passando as coisas agora, se eu ponho só no final do vídeo, se eu faço um voice-over. Eu não sei, tá? Mas foi isso. Ele tava meio mal, sei lá, por algum motivo. E, bom...
The Spy Master has confirmed it. Blackwall is gone.
Go on. Liliana knows where he is, doesn't she? She knows everything.
She doesn't know everything, yet. Sister Liliana had us search the Warden's quarters. Not much to find, except this. It was missing from last week's reports. I don't know what Blackwall's interest in this particular matter is, but it could be a good place to start.
All these gifts to the Inquisition, and the best they can do is the Malefica Imperio. Trite propaganda. But if you want 20 volumes on whether Divine Galatea took a shit on Sunday, this is evidently the place to find it.
And that's the Dorian I know, critiquing every book in my library.
I wouldn't have to, if you could find some rebellious heretic archivist to join the cause.
Are there rebellious archivists? Other than you, that is.
If Corypheus ever starts burning masterworks of literature, I'm sure a few will pop up. Did I see something by Genitivi here? I could have sworn.
What is this about, Dorian?
When everyone returned, they told us about your tumble into the abyssal rift. You went into the Fade. Physically went in. Are you... all right?
I learned a surprising amount. What happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, for one.
Regained your memories. That's good, then.
I think so.
You do realize this feat hasn't been performed in over 1,000 years. Corypheus and his contemporaries entered the Fade and began the Blights. In comparison...
It would have been easier if you'd been with me.
Without question. But I'm rather glad I wasn't.
No sense of adventure? That's surprising.
I've not your talent for survival. And not everyone is as discerning as I. If you can walk in the Fade, others will try to follow. Who knows what secrets Corypheus has revealed? Not all of them will be as lucky as you. What they could unleash. My advice? Keep this quiet. Let them speculate. Too many will see this as a challenge.
That's a good idea.
There are enough idiots in the world who think if they just use enough blood magic, their problems will vanish. It's exactly the sort of thing I want to stop back home. This I don't need. What I do need is a copy of the Liberalum. I'll wager I can find Corypheus's real name. If I can prove he was a grasping ankle-biter with no family to speak of, the luster would come right off. Wish me luck.
Writing does not come naturally to me, as I'm certain you can imagine.
Trying to outdo Varric's next literary masterpiece?
I haven't his talent for blather. As if written by a dim-witted child. Historians will one day ask what happened at Adamant Fortress, in the Fade. I was there. I saw it with my own eyes. It must be recorded.
Fair enough. Just be careful what you write.
Do not be concerned. I am a poor writer, but not unaware of the weight my words might carry. I still don't know what to say about the spirit of the divine. I saw her there, heard her voice, yet I cannot claim with certainty it was really her. The chantry teaches us that the souls of the dead pass through the Fade, so it could have been her, yet even so.
Do you really think it might have been her? A ghost?
A ghost. A remnant of her hopes and memories. Her lingering will to do good. Those things are all possible. Nobody knows for certain what happens after we die. A spirit could have assumed her form, but why? It helped you, as Justinia herself would have.
I don't know the truth any more than you do.
Sadly, unanswered questions make for poor reading. When I realized we were physically in the Fade, I was terrified, almost beyond reason. The last time such a thing happened, we created Darkspawn. We created Corypheus. The world needs to know the truth this time. No more legends lost to the ages. I can keep staring at this, but I won't get any closer.
Something I can help you with?
Yes. Possibly. We saw so many Red Templars at the assault on Haven. Perhaps all that was left of the Order. What we didn't see was Lord Seeker Lucius. Indeed, I've seen no hint of any Seekers amongst the Red Templars, or anywhere. I have a growing suspicion Corypheus has imprisoned them.
Why imprisoned? He could just as easily have killed them.
Not easily. But yes, they may be dead. But the Seekers began this war against the mages. They cannot have simply vanished. There must be a trail we can follow, yet so far I have only discovered hints.
But they could have ended up just like the Red Templars.
Seekers do not use lyrium. I assume Corypheus gained control of the Templars by corrupting the lyrium they were already taking. To do the same to a Seeker, you'd have to force the lyrium upon him. That may be what happened, but it couldn't have begun that way. We're missing a piece of the puzzle, Inquisitor. I need to find it.
Finding them obviously means a lot to you.
I left the Order, but I can never abandon them. I cannot even claim that rescuing them would be beneficial. They wouldn't look kindly on the Inquisition. But even so, if there's a chance... If we can spare resources to follow up on these leads, Inquisitor, I would appreciate it.
Parece ter alguma coisa a ver com a execução iminente de um homem chamado Monet, um dos soldados responsáveis pelo massacre de Calais. E a gente vai comparecer à execução dele. Então, vamos lá, né? Onde é que é essa missão? É aqui. Ah, em Valoryo. Estamos de volta. Então vamos lá. Quem que eu vou levar? Então... Inclusive, eu vou aproveitar para falar uma coisa. Talvez vocês tenham percebido ou não, que as cartas estão diferentes do que elas eram bem no começo. Então, por exemplo, aqui, a Vivienne, né? Que a gente teve que fazer aquela missão lá. Eu acho que eu fiz em vídeo, pelo menos. Se eu não tiver feito, então eu vou explicar agora. Ela pediu pra gente um negócio lá e a gente tinha que ir atrás. Mas aí tinha a opção da gente ir atrás e dar pra ela, ou a gente dar um negócio tipo falso pra ela. Porque a gente não sabia do que era, ela não queria falar. Aí, né, eu dei o normal mesmo, porque, né, eu não ia arriscar. E quando a gente chegou lá, o negócio que ela precisava era pra fazer um remédio pro marido dela. Só que daí ela chegou lá, deu o remédio e não funcionou. Então, não funcionou, né? E ele morreu, e daí por isso que tá assim. Ela tá tipo, né, ela tinha dado um remedinho, assim, enfim. O Cole, ele ficou assim depois de alguma coisa também, não lembro porquê. O Varric ficou assim depois que o Rock morreu, né? Que daí eu fiquei, ixi, será que eu fiz a escolha certa? Não sei. Esse aqui também mudou depois da missão dele, mas eu não lembro direito porquê. Essa aqui também mudou, mas também não lembro. Então, tá. É isso. Então, deixa eu pensar. Pessoas que talvez fossem ser amigas do Blackwall. É que o Blackwall é meio chato, né? Minha nossa. Tá, o Varric, o Dorian e o Touro. Não sei se isso faz sentido, mas vai ser assim. Ok. Tá chovendo, olha só. Antes aqui, claro, né, que tem que chover no dia da execução, é claro. Tá, vamos lá.
Cyril Mornay, for your crimes against the Empire of Orlais. For the murders of General Vincent Callier, Lady Laurette Callier, their 4 children, and their retainers. You are sentenced to be hanged from the neck until dead. Do you have anything to say in your defense? Very well.
Oh, this is grim.
Proceed.
Stop!
A Grey Warden.
This man is innocent of the crimes laid before him. Orders were given, and he followed them like any good soldier. He should not die for that mistake.
Then find me the man who gave the order.
For you.
Oh, shit.
Blackwall!
No, I am not Blackwall. I never was Blackwall. Warden Blackwall is dead, and has been for years. I assumed his name to hide like a coward from who I really am.
You, after all this time.
Always.
It's over. I'm done hiding. I gave the order. The crime is mine. I am Tom Rainier.
Plot twist? Top 10 anime plot twists. Mas o que está acontecendo? Para lá, para lá, para lá.
They saw her in Valchevin?
One of her friends was killed. She did him proper.
I swear I thought she was in Starkhaven. How does she do it?
She has friends everywhere. That's all
Jenny's
that matters.
Friends. Amigos da Jenny. Tá, mas enfim, deixa eu só falar com esse cara aqui antes.
Can you believe it? Tom Rainier himself.
O que você sabe sobre esse cara aí?
I know what everyone knows. He'll hang for the massacre of a noble and his family.
Onde está?
Where did they take the prisoner?
In the jail of the marketplace. If you've goodbyes to say them now. It's a damn mess, but believe you me, it'll be sorted out quick. Lots of people can't wait to see that man swing. Guess not.
Eu tô muito confusa.
They'll appoint a new divine soon. One who'll make you stand up for us instead of protecting your own.
If you empty out the coffers of the nobility, what do you think will happen when the fighting's done?
I'll squat in your fancy sheets as well.
What do you think of the Inquisition now? Their fortunes have certainly changed.
It's still very dangerous to send wagons all the way to Skyhold.
Okay.
Celine has offered incentives for any merchant willing to make the trip.
Really? I never heard that.
É isso aí, a Selene gosta da gente, tá? Vamos gostar.
Notified the stakeholders.
They are expecting your tariffs, though I cannot say they will enjoy paying.
Oh, pish. Half the coin was from my coffers in the last switch when Celine ascended.
A wisely played change of allegiance.
Prisão de Valroyu. Nossa, a prisão é bem, tipo, no centro, assim, da cidade. É estranho. Tá. Tudo bem? Tem coisas aqui? Tá.
I didn't take Blackwall's life. I traded his death. He wanted me for the Wardens, but there was an ambush. Darkspawn. He was killed. I took his name to stop the world from losing a good man. But a good man, the man he was, wouldn't have let another die in his place.
O que você fez foi corajoso. Você mentiu pra mim. Você matou aquelas pessoas e você acha que morrer melhora tudo? Foi... Tá.
You saved that man. That took courage.
Courage? I killed innocent people. Destroyed Mornay's life and the lives of others like him. One moment of courage will not make up for that. Why are you here?
Eu quero ajudar. Isso depende de você. Quero uma explicação.
You're going to explain yourself.
Don't you understand? I gave the order to kill Lord Callier, his entourage, and I lied to my men about what they were doing. When it came to light, I ran. Those men, my men, paid for my treason, while I was pretending to be a
Mas
better
por que
man.
quem que são esses que ele matou? Quem que são? O que que eles fizeram? Não entendi.
This is what I am. A murderer, a
Tô
traitor,
perdendo alguma coisa.
a monster.
Você é mais que isso. Você não me convenceu. Você é patético. Você é mais que isso.
I know you're more than what you say. Have some faith in yourself.
Tá. Deixa eu falar de novo. Investigar, viu? Quem era o Blackwall
I need to
verdadeiro?
know about Blackwall. The real Blackwall.
We met in a tavern when I was on the run. I was nothing, a waste of life, but he wanted to recruit me. We headed to Valshavan for the joining, but Blackwall insisted on making a stop along the way, an old ruin from one of the previous blights. He said it led to the deep roads. I was to go down alone, find a darkspawn, and fill a vial with its blood. When I returned, I found the warden ambushed by more of the creatures. He took a blow for me. He shouldn't have died. It should have been me.
Um verdadeiro herói, então. Talvez, mas ele não achava. A morte dele foi culpa sua.
Not saying I disagree, but Blackwall clearly thought you were worth saving.
No one should have died for me. He would have wanted me to carry on to Valshavan, I'm certain. But without Blackwall, there's no proof
Quem é Tom
Who were
Rainier?
you before this mess?
I was a captain in the Orlesian army. Well regarded, respected. But it wasn't enough. One mistake. One mistake and everything I worked for fell apart.
Quem é Monet?
The man on the gallows, Mornay. Who was he?
My second in command. He was a good man. When I heard he'd been caught, I was resolved to stop his execution. Couldn't let another die for my mistake.
Seu crime.
I need to know the details of what you did. Who you killed.
É, viu? É isso aí.
I betrayed the Empire and assassinated a general, all for gold. The man was General Vincent Callier. My employer was a Chevalier, Robert Chapuis. Sir Robert believed that Grand Duke Gaspard was the rightful ruler of Orlais and would eventually take the throne. He thought that by eliminating one of Celine's loyal supporters, he might endear himself to the true Emperor. I can't say if Robert's plan would have worked. I didn't care. There was good coin offered, and I took it. By the time Sir Robert's involvement was uncovered, I was long gone. Of course, the Grand Duke disavowed any knowledge of the act and publicly condemned it. Robert killed himself. Poison in his wine. Another victim of the great game.
O que disse aos seus homens?
You got your men to help you. What did you tell them?
They didn't know who they were attacking. I told them it was an important mission. They trusted me without question. Just as your men trust you.
Nossa causa é justa. Um exército precisa de comandante. Não sou uma traidora.
Armies are weapons. Weapons don't wield themselves.
Weapons don't have lives, families, dreams. An army is not just a weapon.
Tá, matou a
My
família de
report
Callier?
said that Callier was with his family. You had them all slaughtered.
I didn't know Callier would be traveling with his family. I assumed only soldiers, armed guards. My men had been told to eliminate everyone. They'd seen war. They thought they were defending their country. No one likes to think about that. But it's names that carry power in this world. Bloodlines. Heirs. No matter how leaders like Celine or Gaspard pretend the game is played, that's how real war is waged.
Não devia ser assim. Você não estava em guerra. Apenas por covardes.
That shouldn't be how wars are fought. There's no need.
War is unfair, and the sky is blue. But you're right. There was no need for what I did.
Quero saber outra
There's
coisa.
another thing I'm still wondering.
Yes.
Nem tem nada.
That's all for now.
Ok, agora tem que discutir a situação com o Cullen. Cadê o Cullen? Ele tá pra cá, é? Ou eu tenho que sair e depois ir lá?
I
Tá,
have
tá aqui
Liliana's
já.
report on Tom Rainier.
Chegou rápido. Resuma.
Give me the overview.
Looks like our friend was once a respected captain in the Imperial Orlesian army.
Vamos ver se ele não
Before the
mentiu.
Civil War, he was turned, persuaded to assassinate one of Celine's biggest supporters. He led a group of fiercely loyal men on this mission, and told them nothing of it. His men took the fall for him. A few lucky ones, like Mornay, managed to escape.
Ela sempre teve esse relatório.
Let me guess. Our spy master had this lying around somewhere, didn't she?
It would have been difficult for anyone to connect Blackwall to Rainier. Even
Sí.
Liliana has something of a blind spot when it comes to wardens. What do we do now? Blackwall... Rainier has accepted his fate, but you don't have to. We have resources. If he's released to us, you may pass judgment on him yourself.
O que você faria?
If it were up to you, what would happen?
What he did to the men under his command was unacceptable. He betrayed their trust, betrayed ours. I despise him for it. And yet he fought as a warden, joined the Inquisition, gave his blood for our cause. And the moment he shakes off his past, he turns around and owns up to it. Why?
As pessoas mudam? Você ficou impressionado? Não importa. As pessoas
He
mudam.
wanted to change. To prove that he'd really left his past behind. He had to face up to it.
Saving Mornay the way he did took courage, I'll give him that. But I can't tell you what to do.
Ah, o Dennis sua soltura, né? Vai, ele já se redimiu com a gente.
Have Renee released to us.
We must move quickly. We can explore our options back at Skyhold.
Ok. Ordene que os especialistas deem um jeito de tirar a Renee da cadeia? Como assim? O que é isso? Como assim? Como assim? O que é esse opcional aí? Como é que eu faço o opcional? Ok, não tenho o que fazer aqui dentro, não deve ser lá fora. Olha, agora a Morrigan vem junto. Ih, tá se achando demais. Não, não é aqui. Aqui. Acho que é esse. Se você achar que vale a pena, podemos fazer com que Tom Rainier, conhecido anteriormente como Blackwall, seja libertado da prisão de Varroyo, onde ele aguarda por justiça. Lembre-se, Inquisidora, que ele foi pego em Orley pelo massacre que tirou as vidas do Lord Vincent Callier, general e aliado leal de Selene e toda a sua família. Eu deixo essa questão em suas mãos. Ligações. Posso solicitar uma dispensa especial ao trono orlesiano, para permitir que Tom Rainier seja transferido para a custódia da Inquisição. Isso pode zangar algumas pessoas, mas depois de Hallam Shirao, eles nos devem um favor, é verdade. Segredos. 2 problemas, uma solução. Havia um traidor à nossa causa, um homem parecido com Rainier na sua estrutura e aparência. Nós o amarramos, amordaçamos e o levamos para tomar o lugar de Rainier. Ele foi condenado a esse lugar e o mundo acredita que Rainier pagou o preço. Não! Forças. Podemos atacar a prisão com uma tropa pequena e tomar Rainier sob nossa custódia. Os guardas da prisão de Varroyo se oporão a nós... Que? Não. Vamos com calma. Minha nossa, os caras estão querendo ir na louca lá. A dispensa veio, com poucas perguntas feitas. O que aconteceu em Hallam Shirao está fresco nas suas memórias. Rainier aguarda o seu julgamento, ok? Depois eu venho aqui fazer mais coisa. Vamos direto lá julgar, então, o cara. Eu acho que tem outro pra julgar, não sei qual, mas tem mais algum lá que eu vi.
For judgment this day, Inquisitor, I must present Captain Tom Rainier, formerly known to us as Warden Blackwall.
Okay.
His crimes... well, you are aware of his crimes. It was no small expense to bring him here, but the decision of what to do with him is now yours.
Odeio ele ver assim. Sem agradecimentos, agora sua vida é minha. Odeio ele ver assim.
I didn't think this would be easy, but it's harder than I thought.
Another thing to regret. What did you have to do to release me?
Josephine called in a few favors. There are enough people out there who owe the Inquisition.
And what happens to the reputation the Ambassador has so carefully cultivated? The world will learn how you've used your influence. They'll know the Inquisition is corrupt.
Eu não tinha escolha. Isso será esquecido. Suas opiniões não importam.
Once the world is back to normal, no one will even remember this.
O que ela tá falando triste? Eu acho que...
my punishment. I was ready for all this to end. Why would you stop it? What becomes of me now?
Eu acho que as piores animações desse jogo foram nessa parte de julgar aí. Minha nossa, sério, é muito ruim. Você é meu. Continuará a mentir. Dê Rainier aos guardiões quando tudo acabar. Liberte-o para reparar seus crimes. Será livre caso se redima. Ah, eu gostei dessa dos guardiões. Pode ser pra mim.
Blackwall intended you join the Wardens. I will let them decide your fate. But only when Corypheus is dead. For now, Tom Rainier, the Inquisition needs you.
Viu? Ele aprovou. É uma chance de reparar aquilo que fez. Virar guardião não é piedade. Se você morrer, que seja. Nossa.
Blackwall gave you the chance to atone through action, not merely punishment. I find I can do no less.
I am grateful for this, Inquisitor. And I will serve for as long as I can.
Valeu. Ok, eu acho que tinha mais uma, mas se não tiver, então não tem. Viu? Tem. Quem mais será? Não sei.
Adamant's influence continues, your worship. I submit Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, who remains loyal to Corypheus. We found him alive, offering extreme resistance, likely because the Order will ask for his head. In more colorful terms. To say nothing of justice you might personally require for what was suffered in the Fale.
Assunto muito sério. Eu preciso resolver. Bem, isso será rápido. Assunto muito sério.
Many places felt the pain of adamant. He will answer for a great deal.
Olha, essas animações são muito ruins.
You have no authority to
Não combinam com a personalidade.
On the contrary, many officials have communicated that they will defer to the Inquisitor on this matter.
Because they fear not just Corypheus, but Tevinter, rightful ruler of every piece of ground you trod in your pathetic life. I serve the living God. Bring down your blades and free me from the physical. Glory awaits me.
A punição do mago. Tranquilo. Ele morre pela minha espada. Não. Prendam-nos, joguem, já vi. Leve-nos aos guardiões. Eu tô afim. Só pra ver o que vai acontecer. Eu não gosto muito dessa ideia de tranquilo, na real, mas... eu acho que eu não vou me arrepender. E eu acho que pode ser que pra ele... eu não gosto, mas eu quero. Tá, eu vou ir só porque eu quero ver o que acontece, tá? Me desculpem.
You are the worst of us. The damage you have done is beyond all reckoning. A major's crime, a major's punishment. Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, I deny you death. Tranquility.
You cannot! I'm a lord, you pissants! I will not lose myself!
Eu cometi um erro. Volta! Não! Não! Ai, minha nossa, tem mais! Não, Solas, até o Blackwall, todo mundo que eu gosto desaprovou. A única que aprovou foi a desgraça da Vivienne.
Pains of Adamant, your worship. Sir Ruth is a senior warden of the Order. She was one of the many who slit the throat of another to bind a demon. She does not contest this. In fact, she surrendered to us. She requests no mercy. She wants the public justice of the headman's axe.
Calma, filha, olha aqui. Eu já falei nos outros vídeos, vocês estavam sendo enganados, tá? Vocês não sabiam o que estavam fazendo.
You were free to rejoin your comrades, and yet you present yourself here.
There is no excuse for my actions. I murdered another of the Order. That blood marks me more than the Blight ever could.
Accepting their actions while thralls of Corypheus, many treaties allow wardens any extreme if it opposes the Blight.
I can't do it. I can't use the greater good to justify my crimes, as if it would create a future I could be a part of. It is wrong that this broke me. I've done worse with full sanction. I can do nothing except be an example of the cost.
Vai para estradas profundas e fazer o quê? Ah, tá, é aquele negócio lá quando eles tipo ouvem o chamado, aí, ah, tá, a câmera desligou. Mas tá, quando eles ouvem o chamado, quer dizer que tipo tá na hora deles morrer, e daí eles vão lá e morrem. Humilhação pública. Quê? Eu não jogarei uma guardiã. Prendam-na, joguem a chave fora. Mas e aí, né? Esse e esse não. Eu não jogarei uma guardiã. Tá, mas e daí a guardiã vai fazer o quê? Tipo, ué. Eu vou nesse. Ai, minha nossa, não desaprovem, por favor. Só tô fazendo o que ela quer. Se ela quer, ela... Ah, e agora o que eu faço na minha vida? Não vou julgar.
We doubt when we're safe.
Sola,
When life is not at our throat. I can't judge a warden, Saruth. No one has that right.
You have more faith in the Order than we ourselves have.
Solas, por quê? Tchau. Minha nossa. Eu vou ter que falar com o Solas. Pera lá, gente. Eu vou falar com ele. E daí a gente termina o episódio, tá? Minha nossa. Ai, tá ali.
My heart.
Ai, my heart! Ai, minha nossa! Ai, não tem nada pra conversar. Por quê, Senhor? Por quê? Será que, sei lá, não tem nada de diferente?
I would be happy to share it with you.
Memórias antigas. Acho que não vai ter nada de diferente.
I saw a dwarf emerge into the light of day and shield his eyes against the sun. The first time he had seen it, the tears were streaming from his eyes. I thought them from the blazing light, until I saw the rock he held so tightly. Then he laid the rock down gently, and he left it as he walked away.
Tá. Ele aprovou, vou continuar. E eu não me lembro dele ter falado isso da outra vez.
No longer sheltered by the stone. An earthquake had exposed it all to daylight. 1,000 dwarven corpses lay, the victims of the dark-spawn horde. Their last stand marked by one great ring of armor. In the middle, one small body, clutching tightly to a small stuffed toy.
Tell me about a spirit you encountered.
The Alamari crossed the Frostback Mountains to escape a beast they called the Shadow Goddess in their story. I met the spirit that they fled. She walks the Fade along the southern tundra, weeping lonely and forgotten, great for eld and formed, because a lonely spirit drove her prey away.
Tá.
We'll talk later.
Dareth Shira.
Dareth Shira. Eita!
Hello.
Volta aqui, tem mais coisa. Conte-me sobre Corypheus.
We spoke of this on our travels to Skyhawk. What more can I tell you? Cassandra and Varric seem more familiar with their adversary.
Respeito você. Vou pedir a eles também. Estou lhe pedindo. Ai, respeito.
You've given me good counsel before. I could use some now.
My apologies, Inquisitor. My poor manners shame me. I claim no secret wisdom, but I will guess as best I can.
Fale-me sobre esse orbe.
I'd like to know more about the orb he carries.
As I said, that must be the means by which he created the breach. I suspect the blast that destroyed the Conclave was more accident than anything, the result of unlocking power that had sought release for ages. What I cannot understand is how he managed to survive such an explosion.
O orbe é élfico?
You said that you believed the orb is elven.
I never would have believed a Devinter mage could unlock such a powerful relic. It clearly enhances his abilities, giving him access to power he should never have known.
Like the power to control the archdemon?
Indirectly, one assumes. Nothing in any law connects my people to the old god dragons who became archdemons.
O que ele fará agora?
What do you think Corypheus will do next?
He has lost his army, and he has lost Orlais. That eliminates military or political means to rebuild Tevinter. He will need to demonstrate that no one in this world can stand against his magic. It will not be subtle.
Tem certeza?
You're sure that's what he'll do?
As certain as is possible. Assuming I can plausibly predict a man who seeks to rise to godhood.
And can you?
The key is understanding this. No real god need prove himself. Anyone who tries is mad or lying. His deception will undo him, as it has done countless fools before.
Qual é a sua base de
What can you
poder?
tell me about the source of Corypheus's power?
According to the law, the ancient magistars of Tevinter received guidance from the old gods. Corypheus commands a false archdemon, a corrupted old god. This suggests he no longer sees himself as their minion. Some of his unique power comes from the corruption of the blight. The rest may come from the orb he carries.
I'd like to hear more about what you saw in your exploration of the Fade.
I would be happy to share it with you.
Tá, ele vai contar coisa
Tell me
nova?
about the old ruins you explored.
I found in the Kokari wilds a humble cottage far removed from any of the simple, chastened tribesmen. The trees and weeds had not reclaimed the home, nor did the chastened dare to come and steal the trinkets still remaining. It was empty, long abandoned, but the world feared that you might return.
Tell me about a spirit you encountered.
I found an ancient spirit who had once been undisputed king of almost every land I had discovered. Like pride or rage, it was the Fade's reflection of a feeling. When I asked which one it was, the spirit faltered. "They've forgotten," said the spirit. "There remains no word for what I was."
Tell me about the old memories you found in the Fade.
I saw a young Canary working in a simple kitchen, baking bread as she was ordered every morning. In every loaf, she broke the rules. She'd take a pinch of sugar and fold it into the center, like a secret, and this act of small rebellion brought a shining smile across her face.
We'll talk later.
Dareth Shira.
Dareth Shira. Acabou? Tem mais coisa? Tá, eu acho que vai ficar só nessa, então. Valeu. Dareth Shira pra você também. Então, gente, é isso. Que episódio engraçadinho e grandinho. Bom, espero que vocês tenham gostado. Se você gostou, não esquece de deixar o seu gostei aqui embaixo. Dá uma olhada nos meus outros vídeos aí, que se você gostar, quem sabe se inscreva. Eu também tenho as redes sociais, Facebook e Instagram, tá ali na descrição. E é isso, eu vejo vocês no próximo. Tchau!